Hey everyone, I'm Nathan and this is Gear Hoarders, and today I'm going to do a pretty long video on it's my favorite Behringer pedal. It is the Behringer Ultra Vibrato, and I'm going to show you how I mod them because I think standard they're very fast, and modding it slows it down and it makes it much more musical. So this is my clean tone. And it's just a Squire going into a Boss Katana. And today I'm going stereo, so I have two Boss Katanas. I have a 100 watt Mark II, and that is linked with a 100 watt Mark I. And I've just used the, it has the stereo out in the back of this Mark II, and that's just going into the effects return, the Mark I. And I'm going to show you some things that I do, why I like the vibrato so much. I'm going to show you how I use that in stereo. So this is, I'm just going to turn this on. This is on its maximum setting. So the rate's on the highest setting and the depth's on the highest setting, and you get this. See, it's very musical. That's on its fastest rate with the mod. And if I slow it down, I'm going to go halfway. I'm going to leave the depth at full, so the rate's on half. So it's a really cool sound. It's almost chorusy. It's a very beautiful thing. So now I'm going to show you what it's like unmodded. So I bought a brand new one. It's around here, and I'm going to show you that. I'm going to plug it all in. So here it is. Here it's new. Okay. Still in its plastic. Just going to tear this open and throw that. So with these, what I do is I peel this off, the back of it, just get rid of that. Okay, I've got a little bit of Velcro that I just guessed the right size to. Get rid of that, and then just stick that on the back. Okay, she's ready to rock and roll, so I'm just going to plug it in. Okay, so it's very hot today. It's 30 degrees, according to that. So I'm going to put this on latch mode, so it's always on. Yep, because it's got here latched, bypass, and unlatch. So put on that. I'm going to go on its fastest speed and its fastest rate. And I'm going to see what that sounds like. It's probably going to be weird. So that's not usable at all. So we're going to put the rate on halfway. It's still not very musical. I'm going to decrease the depth by half. It's getting there. That's a little bit better. So I'm going to turn the rate to quarter. So there you go. So you can see there, I almost have to turn it fairly off for it to be musical. And now I'm going to show you how I do the mod. Bear with me. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to start doing this. What you need is one of these 100 nanofarad ceramic capacitors, screwdriver, some soldering iron, and that's about it. Oh, yeah, some pliers, you know, just to bend some stuff around, and also got some of this shrink wrap to protect the legs on the capacitors. So first things first, we're going to open this up. I've got the camera upside down and backwards. It's very difficult for me to look at the camera and do this, but so we're just going to do this here. There's 2 screws. One there. One there, and there's 2 down here. So undo those. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. You got to take these knobs off. Can be a real pain to get off, actually. Okay, they're off. All right, just comes apart. It's pretty simple. Now just take the board out. This is where all the weight is on a Behringer pedal, this big metal block. If you take that out, it weighs like nothing. Okay, so there's some screws on here we have to undo. There's one here. You can see it. There's 2 here. I just have to take a break for a second. Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. My drummer came and dropped off his drums. So here we are. So now I'm going to undo these 2 screws that are here. So one there and one there. Let's get this motherboard out. All right, this should just come out. Now we need to turn this over and have a look at this. All right, so this is very, very tiny. Now we need to look for, let's check my cheat sheet again. So we're looking for C12 and C15. Upside down helps when I'm reading it the right way around. C12. So there's C12 here. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if this is crazy in focus, I'm not too sure. So C12 and C15. They're in the corner of this microchip here. So our soldering iron's pretty hot. But now it's gonna take these capacitors out. Okay, so what we're going to do is we don't really need them this long. We don't really need them this long. So I'm just going to trim them a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to trim a bit of this. Make sure that's too long. Yeah, that's pretty good. Or have I made this too hard for myself? Probably made it too hard. I'll just go a little bit shorter. Both of these. All right, so I have my little helping hand here. It's going to hold this for me. It's going to tin the ends of these. So while we're at it, just shrink this up. So that's tinned. And then we'll do C12 first. I'm just going to make sure this is in focus for a second. Just going to turn the camera off. Okay, so that's in focus. All right. Now just find again exactly where C12 is. Okay, and then C15 is here. So we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to do the exact same thing. Just going to move this microphone. All right. So capacitor. Doesn't matter which way these ones go with these ceramic ones. They're really cool like that. So it's going to trim these. Oops, a bit short. Oh well. And then put these ones, these little, cut these to size. Slip them on. Okay, I'm just going to put a bit of solder on the tips of these. I'm just going to Not doing a very good job of explaining what I'm doing, so I'm just shrinking down the shrink wrap just with the soldering iron. Okay, I'm just gonna have to tidy this up a bit. So C15. I might just put a little bit of solder onto C15. Just a little ball. Just to make this a bit easier. Just going to attach this to my pliers. These really small. As you can see, I've got very shaky hands. All right, it's not pretty, but it's done. Now we're going to test to make sure what we did is actually working. We'll quickly do that. Okay, so I've got it all plugged in and I'm just testing it. So this is, I've set it on its maximum speed now. Okay, that mod was successful. I'm just going to put it all back together again. Okay, so here it is, nearly all back together. I just have to put these knobs back on. Now, this is a very easy mod, and it makes the pedal 100 times better. Very similar now to the Boss one. Before it was way too fast, not very musical. Like, sometimes it is good to have the really fast setting on there. I'm struggling. It's important to put the heat shrink onto those capacitors because it's pretty tight in there and you don't want to short circuit on the motherboard. The pedal will let you know. It will make some funky noises if it touches somewhere. So yeah, give it a go. If you tried one of these and you're like, oh, it doesn't sound very good, do the mod. You can even, like, if you want, add a switch to it so it's unmodded and modded. I've done that to the TC Electronics Vibrato one. So I have a switch that I can just like flick and it makes it back to standard, which is almost double the speed. It's very handy, so you can get some like organ sounds. But I found this one here is just way too fast. So we'll plug it back in. I'll show you some things that I do with this pedal for in stereo. All right. All right, we're back. So the way I got it set up now to show you in the stereo mode, the stereo out, so on the Mark II Katana in the back has a stereo out, so you can link two katanas together. I've got that running straight into here, and then it's coming out, and then going into the effects return. Now you can do this with 2 amps. Just on the second amp, just have this running, and you get some pretty cool effects. So without anything. So turn it on. It's a very hard pedal to turn on. So you get this really lush 3D chorus effect. It's great. I normally always use this live. You can turn the depth up a bit more. You can go real subtle, turning the rate right down. Stuffed up that. It's really cool. It's seriously like my favorite effect is a vibrato in this configuration with 2 amps. It really reminds me of like the Roland jazz choruses and things like that. And also just having it like this just separates the amps, make them sound a little bit different. It's really, really cool. People do notice it playing live. They actually do pick up on it. And one thing that's really crazy is sometimes you can't even tell like which speaker is the one modulating. Yeah, it's very interesting the way that it works. It's a true chorus doing it this way compared to beforehand. So I have a vibrato on my board down here. So if I so that's both of them modulating. Oops, I had this on. So just the vibrato, just straight through. Turn that one off. Go back to this. I'm a bit rough. I haven't played guitar in like a week. I burnt my hand on a skillet. I'm still like recovering. I couldn't even move my hand for a couple of days. That's why I haven't made any videos. No, that's not really why I haven't made any videos. I've just been slack. But I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been requested by a couple of people, and I hope you found it helpful. I'll see you next time.